Hey guys, so I am 34 weeks pregnant today. Joe is installing the diaper sprayer in our bathroom, yay, for cloth diapering. So I am doing this vlog in our room, which the lighting's not as nice, but whatever. I'm starting to understand why pregnant women reach full term and their due dates and are ready for the baby to come out. In short, this week I've definitely started to get uncomfortable, which is good because that means that my body is getting ready for baby time a little bit more. And frankly, I've had a really easy pregnancy, so if I didn't get to a point where I was starting to feel really uncomfortable, I wouldn't be looking forward to labor like I'm kind of starting to. Apples. I have been eating gala apples all pregnancy. Love them. Ginger. This week I realized that in one day I had found 5 ways to use ginger. So I'm definitely into ginger. And milk. This was full on Monday and it is Saturday today. Before pregnancy I didn't drink milk at all. And I only use this milk for drinking, not for baking or something, just for drinking. Pretty much I'm really uncomfortable all the time now, which is good, like I said, because that means that we're getting closer to baby. I'm definitely having like soreness in my vagina area, and my stomach feels very heavy, and I did have a leg cramp this week that was really intense. It caused my leg to be sore for about 3 days. That's par for the course. I am pregnant, so I'm gonna be uncomfortable sometimes. Driving is still hilarious. I still drive like gangster style. When he's up high now, and he pushes on my ribs, so I have to kind of like hunch to give him more space. Like in this pregnancy I have not had too many symptoms, and here's some that I haven't had at all. I am never out of breath. I have not had any heartburn. I am not really losing sleep. Like I get up to pee, but then I just go back to sleep, and I'm super comfortable, so I have all the pillows to support things, and then I sleep like a baby. It's great. I'm not feeling overly emotional, except like positive emotion. I've definitely had a couple moments where I'm like, yay, I get to meet my little boy. I'm not overly tired. I'm not feeling overly anxious either. I'm also not swelling. I can still wear my engagement and wedding rings, no problem, and I don't feel like I'm all swollen. So yeah, overall I'm pretty stoked. I have not had too many symptoms and not too many bad ones, so yeah. Okay, I've started preparing my hospital bag stuff. So here I am in the midst, paperwork everywhere. In this book I'm reading, the second thing is lip balm. My belly is holding this book page open. Yay! I'm not sure why moisturizing my lips is supposed to be like a primary concern, according to this, for what to bring, but apparently moisturizing my lips will be really important. And if you have a video about packing your hospital bag or what you used at the hospital, I would love to hear it. If you're not a vlogger but you have any special tips, like something you didn't think you'd need that you wound up needing, which is not commonly on lists, I would love to know. I have a little fear to share with you guys. I am a little fearful of the results of the Group B test. I don't know what it's called, Group B strep. The swab where you have to put the swab in your vagina and then in your butt, and they use it to determine if you carry the Group B strep bacteria strain, which you can have in different pregnancies. It doesn't mean you're like germy or anything, it just, you know, it happens sometimes. Now, the thing with this test is that if I come back as positive for Group B strep, the odds of me having to have intravenous drugs or a hep lock on me at all times, so that it's basically a needle in me all the time, that goes up astronomically, where they want me to have a hep lock so they have access to a vein to give me IVs. For someone like me who's very fearful of needles, it's a nightmare. So I'm not nervous about getting the Group B strep test done. I'm nervous about it coming back positive and then me being forced to have an IV hep lock in my arm for labor. The problem with that will be that I will become pretty freaking terrified of labor, only because I don't want to have the IV in me all the time. Otherwise I have a pretty positive and manageable attitude about things. I don't want to have a hep block in me all the time. If I decide to get an epidural, if I decide to get morphine or anything that requires intravenous use, then it's different if I choose it and it's administered and then it's over. But with a hep block, it just stays there, and that blows. We had a prenatal appointment this week, and we talked about complications of labor and different ways of managing pain. In this class, I got the clear idea that the people that work at our hospitals, their attitude towards pain medication is that if you need something to help your labor along, there are certain times of labor that's more appropriate, and they're happy to get it for you, but they do encourage people to just to do what they want. Like if they want drugs and epidural and all that stuff, then they'll give it to you. But they do support you if you want to just have a more natural labor, or if you want to try, say, laughing gas, but then after that you don't use anything at all. That's okay. And someone like me, that's really great. Oh, one last comment is I want to talk about the surreality for me of being at 34 weeks pregnant. This is a big milestone to me because for myself, I watch YouTube videos too, and I watched YouTube videos for years before I made my own. And whenever someone would get to 34 weeks pregnant, that to me always clicked in my head to go, okay, they're getting closer to the end now. And then when I was following their videos or maybe checking up on Facebook and seeing how things are going, I'd have them in mind more and I'd be thinking about them in my day-to-day life. Yeah, if they hit 34 weeks, it did send up red flags, like to keep an eye on that person. And now I'm at 34 weeks. And the number just screams to me that, okay, we're getting closer to the end. And I'm so relieved that I'm not scared to be at 34 weeks, that I'm really happy and things are going really nicely. So that's a reality check.